What's up guys, my name is Jimmy Champane and this is my first new video of 2017, and today we're going to talk about Nerf guns, and specifically we're going to talk about Star Wars Nerf guns. So I gotta give credit where it's due. I was watching this guy on YouTube named Cosplay Chris, and he does some really awesome repaints, and you know, he like retextures action figures and stuff. It's dope. I was watching him and he did a bunch of repaints of Nerf Star Wars guns, and I was like, I could totally do that. He actually uploaded a video of his repaint of this, but at the time I was like, I'll do that on my own and test it out and see what I can do, and it was a ton of fun. So basically the first thing you do with this is you wash it with soap and water. You go to the store, you buy your Nerf gun. This was like 15 bucks. Come home, you wash it with soap and water. Now, there are speaker grill holes, and it is hollow on the inside, and I know a lot of people will say to take it apart, but if you want to retain the firing ability like I did, you can't really take it apart and put it back together. It's not ideal for especially how cheap and easy I'm going for with this, because that's the goal, to make it easy enough so you could do it at home, especially if you're a beginner like me. So you wash it with soap and water, make sure it's totally dry, and then once it's totally dry, you're going to want to get some sandpaper, like heavy grit sandpaper, and just sand off the Star Wars logo that would be here, and then on the other side there will be some like legal information here. It's all over the place on this gun because it looks real, which is like a problem, and it's Star Wars, so there's licensing, all that crap's on here. And then once you've got all that done, if you really want to be meticulous about it, you're gonna want to fill in the screw holes, and I missed one on this gun, which I just noticed now. But on this gun I used epoxy, which I don't recommend. It was really hard to work with, even though it came in a syringe. And on the second gun, I used Bondo. And you can buy Bondo at Home Depot, you can buy it on Amazon, and what I would suggest is buying it on Amazon in a syringe, because I ended up having to redo this a couple times. But basically, you just want to fill in the holes with Bondo, and then once that's done, I used a needle nail filer to sand it down, but you could just use sandpaper, and it dries really quick. It only takes about 15 minutes to dry. So once the Bondo's dry, once you've got your screw holes filled in, and that's if you want to do that, you don't have to. You sand it down, and then again wash it with soap and water. Now, if you want to retain the firing ability, which I know a lot of people are probably going to want to do, because when you cock this gun, it does this really cool purple thing, like, because the bullets, the darts, they glow, so it needs a way for it to glow in the dark. The plastic that the hammer and the trigger are made out of is super smooth, and it doesn't really retain the paint well. You're gonna want to sand it. That's gonna be the first thing you want to do. You're gonna want to pull this out, sand it down as good as you can, sand down the trigger. So I didn't prime this gun. I didn't prime it at all. I just used the paint and primer, and it looks okay. But the paint definitely is chipping really easily off of the trigger, and yeah, overall, you're just gonna really want to make sure you prime it. Primer is only going to take about 20 to 45 minutes to dry tops, and it's really, you can miss a couple spots and it'll be fine. And then once it's dry, just give it a few coats of paint. Spray paint dries on plastic super fast. Like, it'll probably only take 30 minutes. I let it sit overnight, and then I just sprayed it down, and I made sure I didn't miss any spots. It was super easy. I did it almost in complete darkness, so that was pretty cool and easy and kind of scary. And yeah, so once it's all sanded, all you do, it's so simple. You just take a brush, like a very small brush, and some model paint. You dip the brush in the paint, and then you make sure it's basically dry. You just run it around in circles on paper, and then when it's basically dry, you just go all around the edges. And yeah, so I did a really bad job at that with this gun, so it's all smudged and stuff. It's silver all the way down. So for the second gun, which I'm going to pull out now, which I think is a lot better, as you can see, it's much better. This gun is basically movie accurate, and the way that I figured it out to make it movie accurate was with the Rogue One Ultimate Visual Guide. This is like the best book ever if you want to know useless information about Star Wars lore, especially from Rogue One. It's by Pablo Hidalgo, who does like a ton of stuff with Star Wars. It's dope. It's only like 18 bucks on Amazon, and it's got everything you need to know in it. It's crazy how much info is in here. But I used the picture of Cassian's gun in this book to paint this gun. I used the Bondo to fill in these holes. Basically, Cassian's gun is super weathered in the front and not so much on the back. And Nerf did a really good job of totally replicating this gun. There's only a few parts that are messed up, and a lot of people bitch about this hammer, but this is actually on the gun because they used an airsoft M4 or M16 or something for the gun. So they actually used a toy in the movie, which is crazy. So in the end, I got a really cool movie accurate, basically, not totally movie accurate because cheap and easy was the goal here. Star Wars Rogue One Cassian Andor blaster, and I sanded down the triggers better and I primed them so they work better now. I can cock in everything. I'm not good. So yeah, that's the whole process. It's super easy. If you want a more detailed video, let me know, but you can also go check out my Periscope account, which is Jimmy Champane. I actually periscoped the whole process of detailing this gun, just so people could see and ask questions about it and all that. And if you like this gun and you want a really good movie quality product that's going to look great in your cosplay, that you can put in a holster and it's pretty durable, you can actually buy it. I'm selling this one because I don't need 2 of these. I'm keeping the first one, A, because it's worse, and B, because it was the first one. There's memories. But I don't need 2 of these. So I put this up on my Etsy page. It's just Jimmy Champane, or Champane Outfitters, I think is what I called the store. I'm selling this for $55. I originally put it up for $70, but then I was like, you know, I just want to make sure that someone gets this and has fun with it, and I wanted to put it up there for cheap. I put it up for less than what a lot of people are selling their worse ones for. A lot of people you'll see, they don't sand anything down, they just repaint it, and they do an okay job, but I took the long haul here and I made a really cool Nerf blaster, and especially if you're going to cosplay as Cassie, you're going to need a blaster. So if you want to buy that, the link's down in the description. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter at Jimmy Champane. So yeah, we're coming to the end here. We're just going to wrap it up. I wanted to get a quick video out this week before next week's NES Classic Edition review, which I've been working really hard on. If you're not already, it'd be great if you could subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. We're at 650 almost, which is crazy. If we can get to 650 from this video, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be over the moon. And if you haven't liked it, that'd be great, because when you like the video, it usually shares it to your socials. More people see it. It really helps me out. It's awesome. And if you want to take the extra time to share it, that'd be great. And as always, you can let me know what you thought of the video down in the comments. But that's enough plugging. As always, guys, I'm Jimmy Champane, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.